and we
That's
get
the way
put
the
on
system's set up.
And is it though?
Yes.
So niggas deciding to steal from a store, even though they
Because
can all
they're
get a
broke.
job, they can all get a job still.
It's not really
Niggas, okay.
without a high school diploma.
There was a thing. A lot of places are hiring with GEDs and no high school diplomas, but there was. I had seen a video. So he was talking about there was an amusement park, all these teenagers and shit in there, and then teenagers started shooting, causing a whole stampede. Most of the people they arrested was black because they're the ones that was shooting. It's shit like that. It's like, why are we shooting at an amusement park? What was the reason for all of this?
Ignorance.
That's what. But here's my thing though. It's like we black people got to do better of cutting our own grass before trying to ascertain other people's shit.
Oh no, it's over. It's over for us. We're done.
I don't truly believe,
I believe that.
Damn.
I firmly believe that.
You gotta have some kind of hope for some people.
No, not for my kind. I you know what I'm saying? I'm black. You know what I'm saying? Black pride forever. But nah, we're fucked. It's not gonna get better because later down, the minority group that's going to be the one that moves shit in the future is the Latino community, and if they're the ones that's making up the majority of the population in, I think the prediction was 30, 40 years from now, what'd be the point of appealing to black people?
That's what I try to tell people a lot of times. Can't fix the problem if we can't fix our own shit.
You know, Minister Farrakhan actually talked about this, how the Asian community started off way later than we did. But the fact that they were able to come together and say, hey, you're going to be a doctor. You're going to be a bank teller. It don't matter. Fuck what you want to do. I don't care if you want to. I don't give a fuck if you want to sing, act. It don't matter. You're going to be a fucking doctor. You're going to be a fucking banker. You're going to be a chef. We're going to create a community to where any outside force cannot fuck with us.
Black people don't want to work with black people like that. Black people really shoot each other in the foot. Yeah. Like the shit with Cam Newton. He had that whole like camp activity thing for the kids. And he gets there and people's just disrespecting him left and right. And kids got up in his face, started fighting him. It's like, it's shit like that why black people don't help other black people. Because people have no home fucking training.
He's a multi-all-pro. I don't know if it's multi-all-pro, but he was an all-pro quarterback that went to the Super Bowl.
And he was trying to give back. And he was trying to give back. Mm-hmm. All he was doing was trying to give back.
Cam wasn't a bum. Cam was nice on that field.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he was trying to give back to black people, and these black kids jumped him and beat him up for no reason.
No, those were adults.
Or adults, whatever.
Yeah, damn. Cam's just that big. They look like kids. That's funny.
He was getting jumped, and I'm like, dog, like, why are y'all out here swinging on somebody that's trying to give back to the community that he's in? Young Dolph was frequent one of his usual spots, owned by a black lady. They spun the block on him. He had beef. They spun the block on that whole entire restaurant. Like, why? This is why black people don't want to do shit for other black people.
You want to take it deeper? I can, like, the root of the black man is anger, hatred, and fear. And not just the black man, black women as well. And
I mean, all that was done back in like the 60s and shit because of the fucking FBI and CIA breaking up happy homes and shit.
Yeah.
But like, it was so rooted that people don't even want to go back to fix these issues. Even now, black people can't
afford the facilities to.
You can facilitate your own life, though. It's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but then you go into that crab in the bucket. You have to push past that crab in the bucket stage, because.
But no one wants to, because most people want to sit there and try to get over on people instead of helping people up. Everybody wants to be that next big thing, and instead of be like, well, how about instead of you trying to be that one guy, three y'all get together and make things even better? The fuck you looking up now?
Oh my God, Mike Epps has this story on All the Smoke, where he was explaining how he came back to where he came from, and people were just hating him because he was doing better for himself. But when he was cracked out, you know what I'm saying, on the block, not really doing shit for himself, then it's like, yeah, I'm praying for you, brother.
That's that shit. That's that shit, bro. Holding other people down.
Yeah, bro. Shit's just.
And what would be crazy is like Dr. Umar will really sit there and be like, black people ain't doing enough for the black community. There's not much we can do for the black community because the black community don't want help. That's why a lot of people is like, oh, the Black Lives Matter movement. I was like, I don't like movements because it always ends up going south for somewhere one way or another. Just to find out the people who was running it was buying homes with the money that was getting in for donations and shit.
Like, we chugging and jabbing for them breadcrumbs.
It's a sad feed. It's really a sad feed. Like when people would be like, no, black people this, black people, we gotta be all that. It's like, y'all don't even like your own people. Y'all don't even want to help your own people, but you want to be excluding everything from other people. Like, I get you want to have your own culture, own history, and all that stuff. Yeah, I get that. But if someone is generally, that is not black, that is generally trying to just be a friend in the community, you don't need to exclude that person. If anything, listen to the person. They might give us information that might help us. Who knows? Never know about that, but black people are always too busy, like, no, all about black people, but consistently holding other black people down. I never understood that shit.
Yeah, thank God, because I've hung around a very diverse group of people.
Oh, facts,
my whole entire life,
facts.
So.
I can't say that I would ever exclude the people I know. I couldn't.
All right, so am I racist because I don't like Asian women?
What do you mean? In what way?
I'm not.
As far as
I'm not
like
attracted to them as
attraction is not. That's not part of the racism.
But yes, I'm not saying it's because they're Asian, but
if you're not attracted to Asian women, that's just you're not attracted to that person. You could probably still sit there and have a conversation and be easy with them, right?
Yeah,
that's different. Just because you don't want to date that person, that's just a preference. Everybody has a preference.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with you not wanting to date an Asian woman. If you could sit there and still, have a conversation, be easy and be cool and not bear no hatred towards that person, you wouldn't be a racist. I get where you're coming from with the whole person in power afflicting on life. Yeah, that definitely is racist. But like, I can't not say that a person who is deliberately spouting hate towards a person could not be racist. Like, that's just them being racist. That's a racist piece of shit. I'll call it like it is and keep it pushing. It's not going to affect me any, but I'm going to still call you what you are and keep it pushing.
This is what I say. This is what I say about the racist thing. I would say a lot of people who are financially, what's the word I'm looking for? Financially, it's like detrimental, but financially deficient. It's somewhere. It's a synonym somewhere around that area. They're taught by outdated thinking that doesn't really apply to
everybody's
21st
taught
century.
about outdated thinking. That's true for everybody. That's not just a whole white and black thing.
But yeah, but when you're in a higher position, you're afforded the resources to, let's say, educate yourself. Like a lot of black people can't read. Like I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm like, a lot of black people are illiterate. Like even a lot of the celebrities that people are looking up to can't write a fucking sentence to save their life. And that's why I say it's more ignorance than actual racism, because they don't know what they don't know.
Yeah, but you don't have to be the world's smartest person or have the most common sense to not bear hatred to another person.
But when you're ignorant, it's a whole lot harder to not be racist. Because you don't know any better.
But that hand washes the other so close together. Can you really separate the two?
Say that again.
Ignorance and racism can wash the hand of each other so close together. Can you really separate the two from each other?
That's like saying, can you separate love and hate from one another?
You can't.
I know, but ignorance and racism, even though they're two sides of the same coin, they're not the same. Bill Gates can be racist. A nigga on the block that smokes and drinks to numb his pain away. That's ignorance.
So long as if it deals with money, then people are racist, is what you're saying.
Not even just necessarily money, just a status thing. Because there are people like who are in positions of power but don't have money, and they can discriminate against people.
That can be said with anybody from the lowest point, as long as they have the status.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So anybody can really still technically be racist if they have status.
Yes, but most people don't have status. Like, take me for example. I don't really have a lot of power.
But you are racist as hell, though.
You're more racist than me.
No, you in the group chats, it's horrible, bro. I don't know who you are. When your cousin made that joke and you said that early in the morning, that was egregious. I don't know what the hell was wrong with you, boy. Golly.
Oh, boy, now, huh? Oh, that sounded a little 1950s white man. It's right there.
I work with a lot of white people. It slips out from time to time.
Yeah, and then there's unintentional racism as well.
See, I don't know if unintentional would be the word.
I like.
I mean, I guess
you know the kind where like they're just like, hey brother, and stuff like that. They'll like pat you on the back and stuff like that. Like that's
they're just Southern.
That's not them being racist. That's just
I wouldn't see that. I wouldn't see that as racism though. That's a whole different thing. Like a lot of Southern people call literally everybody brother.
Do you think The Rock calling Cody Rhodes boy is racist?
He's an old dude from a different time.
No,
he's an old dude from a different time.
He's saying, "You listen to me, boy." Like he's full sending it.
That was dad. That was a dad boy though.
Nah, he kept saying boy. Like
that was a Kratos thing though.
Nah,
boy.
No. That was a wife beater boy. It's fun. All right, man. This was supposed to just be a 10-minute video.
It's like the whole thing about racism is like bearing hatred toward anybody just because of their difference in skin I will always see it as just as racism, like because there's no need for it, there's no call for it. Like this planet can't move on. Nobody can progress to a better standing and point so long as people keep talking about race.
It's just a hot topic that inflames both sides of.
I hate it so much.
Yeah.
For the person that I am, is like, dog, like at a point you have to stop the bullshit. Like you have to stop.
No, you don't.
I'm not saying that every person that you meet is going to be a decent human being, because a lot of people ain't. Like the way the world is going, a lot of people's becoming less and less decent every day.
I think there's a lot of decent people out there. You just have to.
I'm not saying that there isn't, but it's just like but everything going on, a lot of people just becoming less and less decent.
But yeah, it's not hard to be a decent human being.
It really isn't.
I just intentionally choose not to, but
I know you choose not to, dirtbag.
I'm nice.
What?
Yeah, there's people that say I'm nice.
That's that manipulation shit.
How am I manipulating somebody?
How have you not?
I don't manipulate people. Come on now. You know me better than that.
Repeat that whole statement.
You know I'm not a manipulator, man.
And that last part?
You know me better than that.
really wish that boy was not at work to prove to everybody ooh, boy, you toxic piece of shit. But it's, I understand it from the whole money perspective thing, but hate will always just, it's a weird thing.
To me, hatred without power is just ignorance. Or victimization.
Victimization would have been done a different way, though. It'd have been more of
everybody
like,
want to be a victim nowadays.
It'd have been more like, oh, what they're doing, I can't do this, I can't do that. That'd be more victimization. I see when you said like, hey, without power, I can see it more than when you put it that way, I guess.
But yeah, there are instances where black people can be racist. I'm not like jokingly saying it like we're above that, because
some people truly think that we're really up there like that.
Yeah, I know a few of them.
And it's like, dog, y'all gotta understand, you think so much of up here, but yet every day where we turn on the news and people like us literally show that we're just down here. We might even be just middle range. There's instances where we can be up here, but we shoot ourselves in the foot so many times, bro.
And shoot ourselves.
So many times.
And rob from us. And poison us.
That's what the thing can be like.
You see, this is why I have no hope. This is why I have no hope, though.
Because like the more you dive into it, the more you look at it, it's so crazy. Because during all those movements and shit, people was breaking stores looting, and shit, looting in our own neighborhoods. It's like, dog, yeah.
You ain't even had the wherewithal to go downtown for that shit.
What's crazy is like y'all will complain about white people gentrifying areas and kicking black people out. Y'all do that shit to yourselves a lot of the times. Y'all don't even realize it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, they literally playing the whole game as like, well, they just do it to themselves and we'll just move in right after that. Yeah. We ain't got to look bad. They only look bad because they moved in and took the spot. Yeah. Y'all did the work for them.
Yeah, they need to get rid of.
Do they really need to get rid of it though? That's
yeah, because then where they gonna come out here? Oh God.
Yeah, you all right now before everything. I mean, and then the whole migrant situation thing, like that's a whole other turn. Like people really be saying a whole lot of shit for people that's trying to come in the country, but it's literally the people up top that's just letting them do it.
Bro, they just hopping that boy to like, oh man. Millions of illegal crossings annually. Millions.
And there's people up top that's like that. And Texas is like, bro, y'all need to fix this situation like yesterday. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Yep. Started sending them up to New York, and then Mayor Eric was like, oh man, we have a population problem. Oh shit, that sounds oddly familiar. Sounds oddly familiar to another state.
Had a whole population problem. It's just only worse now because now there's a lot of people that don't know where to go. It's a whole lot of fires, bro. It's no one, and it's just letting people just be assholes just for the sake of being assholes. I'm tired of it.
Man, I'm voting for a fucking. I don't even know. I'll vote for a fucking shoe.
I'm just voting for Kennedy at this point.
John F. Kennedy. Yeah, he didn't have a long enough presidential run.
Well, his nephew is a great nephew.
Yeah, Robert F. Kennedy.
That's the nephew, ain't it? Or the great nephew?
Might be great nephew. But he's part of that Kennedy
mindset.
Yeah, that Kennedy faction that's oddly really respected by both sides.
Because what he speaks is true. There's enough politicians out there like, dog, we gotta somehow figure this out, because if it goes south one way, then there's going to be a lot of people on every Capitol Hill door wanting shit to be fixed, and y'all will have to be the ones to answer for it.
Yeah, but they did come together for something. The banning of TikTok.
Dumbest things ever, bro. I swear. We're going to ban social media because y'all coming together. I was like, dog,
that's crazy.
Y'all really trying to take away freedom of speech at that point.
Yeah, and I gotta give you an apology.
For what?
For saying we're the greatest country in the world. I apologize.
Bro, we damn near third world.
No, we're not that bad.
In mindset.
Yeah. A lot of, especially inner city. Inner city's the third world country.
There shouldn't be no reason why. There was a guy who, what was it? He had went to Russia and spent as much as he did in American stores. He made out with a whole lot more. Actually, he got a whole lot for a lot less. And I'm like, dog, well, we can't even get that here.
Yeah, you know what? I made, might give up a few freedoms for luxuries. Might be willing
Going
for
to
that
the store should not be a luxury, bro. That should just be basic human living. Like, a lot of this country's problems, they think that everybody just wants to be handed stuff. It's like, it's not even that. A lot of the things that people are asking for are just literally the basic human needs. If you're able to make people buy groceries and actually have a paycheck to where they can pay all their bills, pay down their debts, save some money, buy what they need, and be easy, a lot of the problems that you're facing about people complaining about things would go away immediately. You lower the cost of living to a point to where people can actually afford it. You won't really hear much from nobody. But the fact that people can't, you're going to hear about it until you fix it, and you're not fixing it. Y'all actually just making it worse.
Yeah, there was somebody that came up with a dope concept where he basically said that anybody that just wants to live a comfortable life should be able to just be afforded the basic necessities, and then they just go on and live their natural progressions. And the people that actually want to pursue something, they are afforded that luxury and given every resource possible in order to advance the nation. That was a concept that somebody came up with, and I just thought it was really brilliant, actually.
It's not a bad idea. I could see that. I mean, shit, the money that they send over to wars to try to help allies, I mean, they could fix a lot of the problems at home. They had the nerve to say, y'all not trying to support our allies. It's like, dog, I'm trying to support my fucking living situation. I can't worry about somebody else if my own grass is too high, bro. Like,
yeah. United we stand, divided we fall, right?
They're going to wake up and realize, because there's so many Americans and it is government officials, if everybody just stopped going to work, just like a couple of weeks, bro, y'all want all that money, and now look what happened. All that money ain't nowhere else to get.
They know that's not going to happen because I
don't know.
They intentionally instill fear in people.
I don't know, because Kellogg's is getting their ass pushed in right now. Kellogg's made that silly ass joke of, oh, if you can't afford groceries, just eat a bowl of cereal. After they just raised the price on all their products. And
that's crazy.
There's been videos of stores where shit has just been on the shelf. I mean, full.
Yeah, niggas can't afford it.
No, it's like nobody's really buying. You can still buy a box of cereal, be all right, but like the shelves are full. Is what I'm saying. Like nobody's buying it. They are lit. Like people on TikTok and shit was talking about, no, we're banning all the things that Kellogg's usually has, and it's like there's cereals on the shelf. Waffles ain't been pushed. It's starting to get a little bad.
Kellogg's had shit waffles anyway, so like
Eggos?
Yeah, Eggos is trash.
You don't like Eggos? I fuck with an Eggo, bro. I fuck with an Eggo.
Oh, I've had a waffle with some butter and some syrup.
Nah, bro, you good.
Let's get a stack of waffles and just
Nah, you good, bro. Nah, like at the end of the day, like people see it differently. Of course, everybody sees certain things differently, but at the end of the day, the hate needs to stop. But it can't, because people just can't let that shit go.
Yep. Not even Naruto could stop it.
Nah, there was no.
And that nigga had plot armor out the ass.
When I say let that shit go, I mean like people will jump at the head off of someone saying something shit to them. People realize a lot of people are in the same fucking dirty water. Everybody don't see it though. Everybody don't see it.
Mm-hmm. It is actually really easy to connect with somebody despite how they look or how they act.
It's crazy, and yet people refuse to do it. People just refuse to do it. I don't understand it. Just the other day, like me, Scott, and Steven, those two are damn. Didn't even mean to use their names like that, but
I'm leaving it in.
We was just driving. We was driving back from
They
lunch.
want their names bleed. Get it back in blood.
That's crazy. We was driving back from lunch, and we was talking about how we all used to catch ass beatings just for shit, just different ass beatings, and fella was like, I'm glad that we all grew up the same type of way. I was like, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how much we all grew up the same way, bro. It's
you know,
so
my mom
wild.
still refuses to acknowledge that she beat me with a wooden plank.
Of course, because then it made it seem like she's a terrible human being,
But she whooped me with a wooden plank, though.
Bro, dog, I don't think it's worse than the shit that open and close the blinds and put that in my dad's hand, bro. That shit, I actually put it in either one of those hands. That shit was horrible. Because that shit, bro, when it comes through the air and just strikes you, lynchings, bro. I hate them, bro. Parents are good parents, but boy, did I catch a beating. I mean, a mutilation. Looking back, I'm like, damn, what? Shit, if that's what they call abuse, then boy, I was through a torture chamber for sure, bro. Golly.
Yeah, that's just the times back then.
Yeah. I would say I did turn out all right. I ain't in jail at least, so that's a plus.
Ain't in jail, you know what I'm saying? Got that big red vehicle, you know what I'm saying? Got the females, I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
What are you lying for, bro?
Who lying?
Why are you lying
Who
for?
lying?
What are you lying for?
Who's lying?
Why are you lying
I ain't
for?
lying, dog.
I'm not like you, bro. The different chick in this damn apartment every 2 minutes.
You are going to quit lying about that.
I'm not.
I've not had one woman in this script.
Okay. All right. Whatever. Well, that was a video that turned into a whole different talking session. Regardless, don't be out here with the hate, people. Just move on. Try to talk to somebody. You'd be amazed at how much y'all can relate. Like dead ass.
Facts.